Welcome back, everyone, to Pontus Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 4, Episode 4 of Game of Thrones, the board game, and we are playing the Mother of Dragons expansion, and we're also playing a Dances with Dragons. So the idea here is we've got the Mother of Dragons sideboard. We're also, as we use up our character cards in the combat, the discard pile grows. Eventually, we swap those character cards out with the next season, let's call it, of Game of Thrones characters. So most strikingly would be the Starks going from House Stark to the Boltons, something like this, right? So it's sort of progressing as the story of Game of Thrones progresses. So we'll get into turn 4 right away. We've cleaned up from turn 3. We've progressed the Iron Bank, set up the cards again, and cleaned up the resources. Quick shout out to Pontus Fathom Press, Robert Chambers, King in Yellow, prefaced by August Moldenhauer, Volume 2 of the Tales of the Yellow Sign, August Moldenhauer's Lost Carcosa and the Yellow Sign. Our channel is not monetized, as you guys know, so check out our bookstore links before to help support us if you like what we're doing here. You can also check us out on Patreon. $1, $3, you can do a membership. That would really help us out. I'll have some good content going on there. We're actually putting some of the gameplay and extra videos out. We only upload so many to YouTube for free a month. So if you guys can check us out there, you can see more Eldritch Horror, Battlestar Galactica. Well, we're working on Joan of Arc in 2022, so we've started painting and doing some playthroughs of Time of Legends Joan of Arc, which is real awesome. Cthulhu Wars backlog. We're making our way through Season 2 of Cthulhu Death May Die, as well as Conan by Monolith, and we are working our way into the expansion space of War of the Ring. So lots of exciting gameplay out there. Check out our sister channel, Pontus Fathom Press, where we're doing a podcast every week. All those are ways you can support us. So without ado, let's get into turn 4. We've moved our round counter to turn 4, and now we've got an additional Dragon Strength counter for House Targaryen. So let us jump right in to the Westeros phase, which is now the Westeros and the Essos phase. So we can turn over our cards, and we advance the Wilding track by 1. And let's see what we've got. We've got a Mustering as the first card. So Mustering, recruit new units in strongholds and castles. Just go ahead and do that. So we'll start with the Iron Throne Order. Dragonstone has 1, 2, 4. So they get a mustering of 4. Let's give them. Now the issue is, do they have the ability to have a 3 army? Let's see. They have a 3 and a 2, so they can take another 2 here. So let's give them a knight for 2. And then in Dragonstone, let's give them 2 infantrymen, and that will be the 2 as well. So that's going to up their forces a bit. And they still have the 3-2-2, 3-2-2. So by supply, they're doing well. Next up, we'll go to Lannister. Lannister has 2, 4, 5. Again, Lannister has 5. They are on 3 from the track, so they can also upgrade. Let's have them upgrade this to a knight, and this way they still can stay with 2 here. And then River Run, let's give them 2. And then also another knight in Lannisport. 2, 2, and 2. I think that they are able to support that 2, 2, and 2. Correct. Okay, next up is House Stark. House Stark is 2, 2, and 3. So they have 2, 2, and they can do a 3. So again, they get 1, 2, 3, so they can upgrade this to a knight. And they can get this, and then they can get one more. Actually, maybe they'll switch this instead of to a knight. They'll get that as a siege tower. They'll do a siege tower here in Moat Cailin, and then they're going to work from there. So House Stark is all set. Next up is Sunspear. Sunspear not doing so well. They have one fortress here. They can add an additional infantryman. Next up is Greyjoy. Greyjoy has 2, 4, 5. So again, let's give them a knight on the pike. An additional knight on Seaguard. And Flint's Finger, let's have them upgrade to a knight as well. And Greyjoy has 3, 2, and 2, and 2. So they have 2, 2, 1. That's fine. They're fine. Next up is Tyrell. Tyrell has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've got 5 here. So they can do a 1 here, 2 here, and 2 here. So Tyrell is quite expanded now. So they're looking good. So next up is Aaron. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So they can add a knight to the Eyrie. And they will upgrade to a... Actually, they will just have a second infantryman here. And unfortunately, they cannot upgrade this because they do not have they have 3, 2, 2. They have 2, 2, and 2, and they can do 1, 3. So yeah, they can have 1 infantryman here. So not unfortunate at all. So they have that. And finally, mustering for House Targaryen. We will add to their 2, so we'll give them a ship here in the port of Pentos, and then 1, they can upgrade to a knight in Bravos, and they also have 2 here, and they are able to do 3, 3, 2, 2, so they have 3, 2, 2, and let's have them get a infantryman. Oh, actually, they can have a knight here. So they've got horses along with dragons in Knight's Landing, which they've claimed Knight's Landing already. So that's going to do it. Everyone is synced. So let's move to our second card. So we've got Clash of Kings, bid on the 3 influence tracks. Okay, so basically what we'll do is we'll just grab an influence track from everyone and we'll just kind of simulate it. So what we'll do is I'll just pay. Basically what I'll do is I'll just force everyone to pay in, and then since I'm playing by myself, what I'll do is I'll collect the influence track, and since I can't be I can't be unbiased in my picking. What we'll do is we'll just randomly determine who wins the bid by taking all the influence tracks off, and I will put them in the sack, and we will just do it in reverse order. So just pull one out from here, and we get Stark, Sunspear, Greyjoy, Aaron, Lannister, Tyrell, and Baratheon. So very far Baratheon has fallen in the Game of Thrones. But it means House Stark now has the Iron Throne. So we will grab the Iron Throne from Baratheon and give it to House Stark. Can leave it here for now. So House Stark has the Iron Throne. Next card is the Feast of Crows. Consolidate power orders cannot be played during this planning phase. Okay, great. And then finally, the Essos phase. We will add tokens to Old Town and Carhold. So we have Carhold up in the north. We have Old Town down here. So it says that we can have scattering descent. We can move tokens around, but the Targaryen player can prevent that with some power tokens. So let's just put a power token in to prevent that, just to kind of randomize things a bit. Okay, so let's jump into the next phase, which is the assign orders phase. And we'll just sort of blast through that. Couple of points of order here is we will have House Stark bid on the Iron Bank. So let's give them an Iron Bank coin to play. They will play their Iron coin, the Iron Bank coin. Maybe we'll just place this here in Winterfell. Also, so yeah, we can start with House Stark. Go ahead and just add those in. Let's have, we can't do consolidate powers this turn, but we can march in and march in here. We can also have marching this one. We will have a support. Okay, so House Stark complete. Let's go to the other houses quickly. Targaryen. We will put a marching order for them. Let's place this one here. We'll also grab these. Put a marching order here. And we'll put this here as well. We can move this one up if we want to. One thing we can do here is can make use of these -1 mustering orders when there's no combat going to happen. So what I'll do is I'll find those. For example, this one can play that. And then these we'll use for our forces here, as well as for our forces here. And then we will go ahead and that's Targaryen. I guess we don't have any other mustering, so I will just use a support token for that. Okay, so next we'll go off to Greyjoy and the others. So let's kind of plow through these. So Greyjoy. And then we'll go to Tyrell. Tyrell is quite expanded here, so let's kind of just go through them. We'll kind of almost use them as NPCs here. And then we'll go to Sunspear. They are probably doing the worst as far as land. Aaron. And then we'll get into reveal and resolving our components. So let's go into okay, and we will okay. So that will do it for our orders. We've assigned orders. Let's go to revealing orders. So we'll do a quick flip of our reveal orders. Oh, we have to do Baratheon, sorry. Baratheon as well. And we'll reveal our orders here. I could do this one. And then let's reveal all the other orders. Lannister. Okay. Greyjoy revealing orders. Greyjoy cannot play this, so let's have them play this instead. Okay. Stark. Aaron. Targaryen. Okay, so we've revealed our orders. Let's jump into use Messenger Raven optional. We'll skip that. We're going to go and resolve raid orders. We've got a raid order on the coast here, resolved, and a raid order here, this raid order here, and finally this raid order can negate this order in the nearby space, so that should be fine. We'll move these to the side. Dragon Strength is now at 2 for House Targaryen. Let's go into resolving our combat ones. We'll start out with a House Stark. First one they're going to do is grab this Iron Bank. They're going to place 1 coin here to grab this card. They have this Master of Arms. They can buy this card, which allows them to upgrade 2 strongholds, 2 castles to 2 strongholds. So we'll give this one to House Stark. They upgrade using that coin. They pay 1 for that service. We'll grab 2 strongholds from here, and they can place those over White Harbor and Moat Cailin. So they basically upgraded their castles, right? So now that will immediately move them 2, 4, 6. So they're up to 6 now. That's definitely going to improve their position. Let's go ahead and go next in line with Sunspear. Sunspear will try to take back their homeland. They will go and attack. They've got defense from Ironwood, so they will fight. The defensive Baratheons have a +2 defense with their force, so let's do that battle. So we'll move out Baratheon and Martell, and we'll look for appropriate cards. For Sunspear, we'll go with the Red Viper for 4, and we'll grab the best card for Baratheon, who happens to be Brienne of Tarth, will be their champion. So they've got the Red Viper versus Brienne of Tarth. We can add up the points here. So we've got 3, 4, versus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 from Sunspear versus 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 versus 10. So we will have retreating back to here, we'll say, as they can retreat past through the ships. So Sunspear returns to House Martell in that battle, and we can discard Brienne of Tarth. And we also have 2 swords versus their 1, so actually they do lose 1 troop. So Baratheon loses 1 troop. We can move Martell and Baratheon's screens back. Let's go next to House Greyjoy. Greyjoy can resolve a combat. They will attack House Lannister in Riverrun. So move down here, and it's 4 versus 2, -1. So we can grab Lannister and Greyjoy, and Greyjoy will grab Asha Greyjoy, and Lannister will have Sir Jaime. Sir Jaime versus Asha. Asha Greyjoy versus Sir Jaime. So let's do the points. We've got 3, 4, 5 versus 4. -1 is 3, 4. Lannister wins. Greyjoy loses a knight in the process, and we clear these out for now. And we'll discard our characters. So Greyjoy has a attack on Lannister. It fails. Jaime Lannister is able to defend that, and Greyjoy is retreating back. Let's go next in line. We will be with House Aaron. They will attempt an attack on House Stark in the Narrow Sea. I need to give House... Oh, so House Stark had a order there, so that's fine. Aaron will do an attack with a -1, so it's -1 to 1, but it's a ship battle. So let's go House Stark versus House Aaron. They will go with Harry Hardying with a sword, and House Stark can grab their force. Will use Robb Stark will be their foil. So Robb Stark gets 3, 4, 5. They get 2, 3, 4. They are forced to retreat back probably to the bite here. And because when you win this combat, you may choose the area your opponent retreats to. So we choose him to retreat to that bay, and we can discard these cards, and this is out of play now. So this goes to Aaron. Let's continue with our combats. We will have next up is House Lannister. Lannister will go ahead and combat with House Aaron from Harrenhal. They'll leave behind a token for Harrenhal, and they'll get to it. So Lannister versus Harrenhal in Crackle Call. So they got 2, 4, 5 versus 3. So let's appropriately find a powerful Lannister to attack, and let's go with the Hound. No, Sir Gregor Clegane. We'll have Sir Gregor Clegane fighting against... They don't have a lot of options left, so... they'll go with Anna Wainwood versus Clegane, of all people. So, unfortunately, that's who they've got. Anna Wainwood, if you win this combat, you and all of the players gain 3 power tokens. But let's see what happens. So they've gotten 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 4, 5, 6. Clegane wins with 3 swords. All 3 units are killed. They go back to Arn. So, of course, Sir Gregor Clegane is a monster, and he usurps this from... this token goes back into the bin. It no longer belongs to them. We will put this with Lannister. So now we've done Lannister. Now we go Tyrell. Tyrell will mobilize. Let's have them go against Storm's End, where... Oh no, they won't go to Storm's End. Let's have them expand into... let's just have Highgarden will move to the Sea Road Marches, where they can claim that as their own, expanding their area. So we will return this back to them. And then lastly, we get to Baratheon. They've gone once, twice. Baratheon does not have a move, so they are finished. Okay. And then we go Targaryen. So Targaryen will go. They will use their march order here to send 2 dragons to Crackclaw Point. The dragons, 4 versus 4. We can add in cards for Lannister and Targaryen. We'll have Tyrion Lannister. We will have... we'll have Tyrion. Maybe we'll save that. We'll put the Hound in. Let's have the Hound in there for 2. And then we'll have... 4 and 4. Let's just upgrade to Dario versus the Hound. So we'll have Dario versus the Hound here. This goes back to Targaryen. We're saving some of the other cards for them. This is going to be in favor of Dario. So the forces of Lannister retreat to Harrenhal, and Crackleclaw Point, we can pick up another victory point for Targaryen. We'll discard the Hound and Dario. The Hound and Dario's cards. You can see these up close here. Okay, so we have quite a discard pile. Okay, so that is going to just about do it, I believe, for everyone. I don't think that there's... Oh, wait, there's another House Stark play here. Let's move House Stark against Seaguard. So House Stark gets +1 to Seaguard against Greyjoy. Greyjoy will use Balon Greyjoy versus House Stark's character. They're reduced to 0 anyway, so let's just use Catelyn Stark as a result. So it just becomes 3, 4 versus 2, 4. 3, 4 versus 4. House Stark gets to choose the winner because of a tie. and they will choose to be the winner. So there's a slight advantage. House Stark forces Seaguard back to the Greywater Watch, and they claim a Seaguard, which will be another victory for House Stark. And we can return this. And then that is going to wrap it up for turn number 4. We'll see you guys in turn number 5. Thank you for watching. We'll clean up the board. We'll resolve all the cleanups, and we'll check you out in turn 5. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.